Hi and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a bit more of an educational segment, and it is going to be specifically about what is inside an EMR pen. So the reMarkable 1 and 2 and a number of other e-ink tablets such as books, tablets, Amazon Kindle Scribe, etc. all use EMR technology inside of their pens. But what exactly is that, and what does it do, and what does it look like inside the pen? Hopefully I'll be able to answer all that for you today. So here are 3 examples of EMR pens. Lots of different brands do them. It's not just the one that you get with your device, and they're usually cross-compatible across various devices. So here is a reMarkable 2, and all of these 3 pens work on this device. Now the interesting thing about an EMR pen, if you don't know already, is that inside these there is no battery. So on your e-ink device, there is something special going on behind this screen. Essentially, the tablet has a grid of wire throughout the surface which generates an electromagnetic field, and that's where EMR comes from, electromagnetic resonance. That's what it stands for. We're not going to get too technical, but we're just going to have a look at the basics of how it works and what is inside a pen there. So, no battery inside the pen, and when you get close to the screen, oh, there you go. Thought it wasn't going to work then. You'll notice that it detects the pen. Now I'm pressing very lightly here, and it produces the drawing that you can see here. So how exactly does that work if there's no battery inside? Well, essentially inside each of these pens, there is a coil of wire which picks up on those electromagnetic fields being emitted by the device. Kind of similar to how maybe a wireless charger works, and it picks up on that field and transforms it into electrical energy, which the device or the tablet then picks up on, and it can tell the location of the pen. So it's not the pressure of the pen on the screen, it's picking up on exactly where that pen is and then producing the drawing on the screen. It's kind of a simple way to describe it. Now let's look at what exactly is inside of one of these. So this is a Samsung stylus, and this is what's inside that exact Samsung stylus. So I've broken it up, taken the shell off, and this is what you're left with. You might think, why am I just breaking these pens? Well, I'm interested because I'm interested in woodworking. So once upon a time, I was creating my own EMR pens. So this is one I made of European hardwood with the technology in there, and yes, it does work. I'm using the eraser, but you can see there it picks up on it nicely. So as I was breaking these apart to see how I could make my own, inside you can see here, this is just a plastic component that goes inside the pen, so you can ignore that. And then here we have the chip itself, the green bit. In fact, I'm going to take the plastic bit off. These 2 sections is where the button rocker is. So the Samsung pen has a button there. And this is where it gets quite interesting, if I can stop myself from breaking it. So there's the chip, and here is that coil of wire that I spoke about earlier, and there is the nib. Now, interestingly, there is a bit of give, or there should be a bit of give in most of these pens. So you can press down a bit. That's because when you rest the pen on the screen, most of them don't automatically feed off that electromagnetic energy. So I'm going to try show you here. If I just gently rest the pen on the screen, this Statler Digital Jumbo, it's not picking up on it because there's a bit of give, and when you push with a bit of pressure, that's when the sort of it does start reciprocating that electromagnetic field, and it then picks up on it. So I'm going to use it with this one exactly, the one that I've taken apart. Now I don't necessarily recommend, I don't advise you do this at home, but I'm just going to touch the plastic bit and not this bit. So when I gently press it on the screen, nothing gets picked up. But when I give it a bit of a push, in theory, there we go, you can see it starting to appear now. There's dots appearing. And this little component is working with the electromagnetic resonance screen, and it is then picking up on the location of the pen nib and displaying it as ink or e-ink on the screen there. And that's essentially how it works. And that's part of the magic of this technology and why you don't need a battery inside it. Like the reMarkable Paper Pro pen is a different tech. It does have a battery inside it and it doesn't use EMR at all. Whereas the reMarkable 2 and 1 make use of this technology, which is very clever really. And it means you don't need a battery, because it essentially uses power from the device itself. Hopefully people found that interesting. I remember when I was researching it, I found it interesting how they're able to get a pen which doesn't have any battery inside it. Through the magic of EMR, it uses the power of the device and produces the writing on it there for you. So now you know. As ever, I'll leave the link to my template shop in the description for those who are interested. I do a variety of reMarkable 1, 2 and Paper Pro templates, and you can check them all out below, such as daily organisers, meeting notes and so on. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your day.